Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, Miss Felix, as a lecturer and guest, and good morning, my beloved negative team. Thank you for the opportunity that given to us. We are from affirmative team. Let me introduce our team. Me, Fadilla Dwi Yunita, as a first speaker, and the second speaker is Muhammad Taufik. Next, I would like to give our motion today. Our motion is public school is better than private school. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to given to our argument. As we know, Indonesia is a developing country. Ministry of Internal Affairs states that Indonesia population in December 2020 reached 271 million. 55 million of them are students, and there are 4.5 million students in Indonesia who drop out from school because economic factor. Most of them drop out from school because they don't have money to go to school. The answer problem of dropout school is in public school because the cost of public school is cheaper than private school. Even today, they are able to attend school for free because the government offers financial support to parents of low income. However, much of this support is received in public school. Public schools are better than private schools because there are more funds available to support education from government. A study by the National Center for Education Statistics showed that quality teachers in public schools tend to more experience and qualification than teachers in private schools. Because teachers in public school must be certified and average teachers in public school have become civil servants. As a result, many colleges are looking for applicants who have graduated from public school. Many students from public school have received invitations to enter universities. Public schools are granted higher a quota for accepting university invitation than private schools. This shows that public school is better than private school. Ladies and gentlemen, education is important asset from a country's growth. Public schools show this because they are the solution for underprivileged students and students who drop out from school. That's why I agree with that motion. I think that's all. Thank you.
Thank you. My name is Elisabeth Stefani Putri Aritonang as first contract. No disrespect to my opinion you are giving, but our contact teams disagree that the public school is better than private school. Our disagreeable is on the basis with the first facilities or tools and infrastructure. The difference between public school facility with private school is clear that the private schools are far more adequate than public school. With this more complete facility, the student motivated to be more active in learning and also increase the student potential and talents, such as multimedia room, music rooms, and etc. The second was about the number of students in the class. The teaching of teachers in each public school tends to be similar because of being bombarded by the education service. In each class, there are usually 30 to 40 students from vast backgrounds. The comparison of the number teacher and student usually impact on learning activity. Private school tends to have fewer students in each class, usually less than 20. Probably more than one person in each class may also be dependent on the curriculum used. Even teacher and student interaction tend to be more dynamic. This makes it easier to teacher, guide, and focus the student to improving the quality of their education. If you're suggesting that the cost here is not correlate between the cost and quality of the student, it is useless. The cost is small and the quality of student is low, because an institution of education cannot be a yardstick of the guarantee concerning the quality of the student itself. It will be of no one use to ask if our teacher can manage, because each student has different potential and talents. So we cannot measure them in one test and the same perspective. Therefore, I disagree that the public school is better than private school. Thank you.
Hello, I am Taufik as a second speaker from the affirmative team. Firstly, I want to say that education in public is far more experienced than private. There are various school activities that public school currently practicing. Public school more on experience and has lesser costs. Students from the public school may develop their social involvement because they are more open to trying. In private, there are limitations, boundaries that will minimize the student's skill and capabilities. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, our beloved first speaker from the negative team said that private schools tend to have fewer students in each class, usually less than 20. Secondly, the difference between public school facilities with private school is clear that private schools are far more adequate than public school. And then she said that it is useless if the cost is small and the quality of the student is low. In fact, as far as I know, the social environment in public school is very diverse because of the large number of students compared to private school. In public school, we can study and socialize with friends from various social and economic backgrounds. Public schools are more representative of the diverse life Indonesian people with different religious, ethnic, and cultural backgrounds. This is good for the relation of children. Children will understand more about difference and will also have a high tolerant attitude. Relationship with many differences will also foster a fair attitude for children. In contrast to private school, which usually have fewer students, this will make children surprised if they already know the outside world later, because they was not habitual to interacting with a multitude of diverse people. This is not good for the child mentally. The second, plus the fact that facilities at public school are usually better because the government provides them directly. The facilities provided by the government help students because they don't have to pay additional fees for facilities. Unlike the case with private schools, which usually have good facilities but require parents to pay a lot of fees, so it makes us spend a lot. And then I think that is not the point, but it is useless if the cost small and the quality of the student is low. I think that is not the point. Yeah, I think that is not the point. By paying a high price, the quality of private school is not necessarily much better. because in this super modern era, there are many fake private schools with crazy marketing techniques. The marketing is good, but the quality is so-so. So in the end, we from the affirmative team absolutely agree with the motion public school better than private school because first, public schools are a solution for underprivileged students and students who drop out from school. The second, it is easier to go to university in public school. The third, the social environment in public school is very diverse because of the large number of students compared to private school. And then the facilities at public school are usually better because the government provides them directly. We are sure and believe that this motion should stand until the end. I think that's all from me and thank you.
Hello, good afternoon. I'm Ratu Anesfari from Negative Team, a second speaker. Today, motion is public school better than private school, and I disagree with the motion. Private school are the main choice when public school can't keep up with the demands parents for quality education. Private school include in the ranking often score high on the Versus Institute report card, which measure academics among all types of school that take the test standard. And often private schools have a good reputation in global higher education institute with many schools reporting a 100% student rate of continuing the school they want to. Larger student population in public school can lead to reduced supervision and more bullying problems. In private school, there are no tax dollars available, so there is more freedom in curriculum design and general governance. School and classrooms that are often overcrowded in public school can reduce students' chance of getting extra attention and academic support as needed. Therefore, private school classrooms are smaller so students can get extra attention and academic support as needed, and are more proven to improve assignment academic. Children who are less assertive or distant might miss out on social and leadership opportunities by the larger school size in general school. Private schools provide a variety of educational options, including international exchange program, excellent extracurricular active or special program and facilities that are more complete than public school. And private school tend to have teachers with higher qualification than public school. They also have newer textbooks, equipment, and furniture. Some of them have quick specially elective. All this means that private schools stand a better chance of providing a good teaching and learning environment than public school. That's why I and my team negative speakers still disagree with this motion, because from my explanation and my team that private schools are better than public school. And that's it, the debate from our group about public school better than private school. Thank you.